Hey guys, welcome back to Manifestation on Purpose. I want to clear something up today. Every time I tell someone I use conversational hypnosis, I usually get one of two reactions. Either, wait, are you going to make me cluck like a chicken? Or are you going to control my mind? So, honestly, neither. And I get why people think that. Most of us are introduced to hypnosis through movies or stage performers or someone swinging a pocket watch. And that is just not what I do, not even close. So, today, I want to demystify conversational hypnosis because once you understand what it actually is, you're probably going to realize that you've experienced something similar before. So, first, let's talk about what it isn't. The biggest misconception is that hypnosis is mind control. No one can make you betray your values or force you to reveal your secrets or make you do something you genuinely don't want to do. If that were possible, therapy wouldn't require consent, coaching wouldn't require participation, and every hard conversation would suddenly be easy. That's obviously not how people work. You're aware, you're present, and you can stop at any time. You don't lose control. If anything, most people become more aware, not less. You've probably experienced something similar already. Here's the funny thing. Most people have already experienced focused attention like this. Like, have you ever driven somewhere and suddenly realized you don't remember the last few miles? You were paying attention, you stopped at all the lights, you stayed in your lane, but attention just got absorbed somewhere else. Or you've read a book and completely lost track of time, or watched a movie and forgot the room that is around you existed. Like those are everyday moments of deep focus, and they're not dangerous. They're just part of being human. So, conversational hypnosis uses that same natural ability to focus just with intention. Instead of getting absorbed inside of a movie, you're becoming absorbed in your own experience. So, what actually happens? People often picture some secret script. There isn't one. No magic phrase, no hidden words that suddenly makes someone change. What there is a conversation, a very intentional one. I'm paying close attention, not just to what you're saying, but how you're saying it. The words repeat where you hesitate, where the stories you tell about yourself are contradictory. The moments that your energy shifts, those moments usually tell us something. Sometimes someone will say, I don't know why I always do this. And instead of rushing to fix it, we just stay there. We get curious. We follow the thread, and that thread often leads somewhere they weren't expecting. So, why questions matter more than advice? I don't believe lasting change comes from someone handing you better advice. Think about how much advice you've already heard. Drink more water, set boundaries, believe in yourself, charge your worth, rest more. You've probably heard all of it. So here's the question. If advice alone changed people, wouldn't we all already be living the lives we want? The power usually isn't in another answer. It's in asking a different question. The right question can open a door you've probably walked past for years. Not because it tells you who you are, but because it helps you to discover something you couldn't see before. It's less about talking, it's more about listening. And this surprises people. They assume that I'm doing most of the talking. I'm not. I'm listening, really, really listening. for the beliefs underneath the words, the emotions underneath the explanations, the places where someone's story no longer matches the woman she's become. Sometimes someone will say, I'm just bad with money. Instead of accepting that as truth, we get curious. What does bad with money actually mean? When did that story start? Who taught you that? Is that story even yours? Those questions don't hand someone a new identity. They open up space to actually examine the one that they've been carrying. So this is why it can feel so different. People tell me after a session, I've talked about this before, but not like that. I love hearing that because it was never about saying more words. It was about having a different experience of the conversation, not rushing, not performing, not trying to get the answer right, just exploring with someone who's fully present. Sometimes that's the first time someone's ever felt safe enough to slow down and really notice what's happening inside of them. And that's when insight becomes possible. And it's not magic. It's not mind reading. It's not someone taking over your thoughts. It's a conversation guided with intention, grounded in curiosity, built on trust. One that helps you notice patterns, question assumptions, and experience yourself from a different angle. Sometimes that changes everything. Sometimes it's just the first step. Either way, you are the one doing the discovering, not me. I love this work because it reminds me that people are rarely as broken as they believe they are. Most of the time, they're carrying stories that once made sense, strategies that once protected them, conclusions formed years ago. My job isn't to convince someone they're different. It's to help them get curious enough to discover the parts of themselves that have been there all along. Real transformation isn't someone giving you a new identity. It's finally seeing your own with clarity. If you've ever heard conversational hypnosis and pictured a swinging pocket watch, I hope this helped clear some of that up. For me, it's never been about controlling someone's mind. It's about creating a space where you can hear yourself more clearly than you ever have before, where curiosity replaces that criticism, awareness replaces that shame, and old stories finally have room to be questioned. Because sometimes the most powerful thing that can happen isn't someone changing your mind. It's you discovering that the story you believed about yourself for years was never the whole story. Thank you so much for being here. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Before today, what did you think conversational hypnosis actually was, or have you even heard of it before? And I will see you in the next one.